Hey everybody, MarikoOkuri here, bringing you another episode of Let's Play Frogger, He's Back. Before we start, if you remember in my last video, I talked about how in my old save, or my childhood save from way back then, I had Cactus Point and Big Boulder, oh, I didn't know you can actually leave, Big Boulder Alley, incomplete, or as in I had never finished them. The reason for that is because I used the level select code back then to get past this level specifically. I don't know why I didn't finish Cactus Point, because if I was able to finish, what was it, Crumbling Point? Yeah. If I was able to finish Crumble Point, I should have been able to finish Cactus Point. But anyways, the reason why I skipped this level is because for a long time I could never beat it when I was younger. And so I just used the level select code to skip it. I mean, I could have just already skipped it because even though we haven't finished this level, we could still just go on to the last level. But I used it so that way I can get to this level, or at least do these levels. But when I got to this one, I skipped it entirely. There's been so many games that I was never able to finish when I was younger, like Kirby 64 because of one crystal I could never reach. Diddy Kong Racing because I never knew about the extra boost to defeat Wizpig. But this game, at least this level, I could never finish now. I tried so many practice attempts to beat it, and I could never finish it, even with infinite lives on. Now, that's because I did do another recording where I was doing this level, you know, just a little bit before we went into the final level. The thing is, I found out that there's another pathway you can take to reach the frogs on the other side, making that whole entire pathway that, you know, seems impossible for me completely pointless. Even then, I still had to use the infinite lives cheat, and I only got up to 2 frogs in the span of like 30 minutes. So I feel it's better if I did this level in a different video, or maybe even in a live stream, maybe. Like, you know, have just pretty much stream my attempt to finish this level, you know, that I could never do years before. But that's why I'm probably just going to skip this level, and we're going to head straight to the last level of the game. We'll be saving Bigger Boulder Alley for a later time. I will come back to it, unlike Survival Kids, where I never went back to like finish the other endings. I will come back to this, for sure. But with that said, we're going to head on into Tropical Zone and take on Tropical Trouble. I was about to say Tropic Thunder. So, let's head into the final level of Frogger He's Back. And unlike the other zones, this level only has one level. Or like, this zone has only one level. There's no other levels for this zone. So, this is just one huge big level to finish us off with. And might I say, this level is actually pretty cool. Ah, man, I already got my first death. I do know at least a few of where the first frog locations are. Not all of them, though, and I did not know there was no platform there. Okay, so you cannot stand on the alligator's head just like in the first level. Good to know, good to know. Just a little bit of a, you know, I don't know if it will be a fact or not, but kind of like a cool little detail is that after you beat the level, or after you beat the game, like 100% or just like finished all the levels, this level, unlike the other levels, will be affected by that. As in, like, after you collect all the frogs, if you come back to this level with your completed save file, you actually won't be able to. Scorpions. You actually won't be able to collect the frogs in this level anymore. Or as in, like a lot of the obstacles will turn into harmless animals that won't hurt you. The frogs won't show up anymore. Like, they won't... probably shouldn't have eaten that. They won't spawn in anymore. As in, like, for you to collect them. I don't think there's a frog on this area. Dang it. Yeah, this is not a difficult level. It's just mainly how, like, at least for me, when it comes to, trying to fight the right timing to get onto platforms or avoid obstacles. Yeah. There we go. It's mainly a case of, like, how little time I have to actually maneuver around this area. Because, like, I have to wait for the right time to get on alligators, the right time to get on, logs, and all that stuff. And usually I kind of miss the timing on it and end up, paying for it. Haha! Dang it, I stopped in the middle, right in front of him, and just took the price for it. I know if I can get a log over here. Yeah. I know if I get on the other side, there should be an extra life right here. Yes. Wait for this to go back. I'm probably gonna die from timing instead of, from an animal at this point. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die from time. Come on. Well. At least I died from water instead of time. Yeah, this could be one... Not a hard level to finish. It's just like one where you have to, like, hope that you have enough time to actually complete it. Okay. I went a little bit too far. I was gonna try to turn right around the plant, but I took a little bit too much and ended up paying for it. Also, if I think... Am I correct? No. No. If you remember that extra life I got at the very beginning, I think if I got to the other side from there, I could probably not only get the extra life, but also save some time in getting the red frog. I'm trying to find the more efficient way possible, so that way, you know, I get enough lives, but I also get enough frogs at the same time. Like this. Done, yeah. I mean, it's not the safest way possible, but, you know, it does get me an extra life, as well as get me across to the other side, and get the red frog. And there was a blue frog right there I could have gotten, but I'm just gonna go with what I got. Wait for this one to pass. Okay, around the monkey. Up this, and there we go. There's the orange one. I remember that the rest of them are going to be a little bit more difficult to do. Ah! Let's hope we can get through this fine without any more issues. Also, if you do not move fast enough on that bridge, it will crumble apart and make you fall into the water. If the piranhas don't get you, the bridge will. And again, this is another level where it's music I like. And the reason why I like this song, unlike the other ones where, you know, like, the other ones I like because of how it sounded. This one I kind of like because of how it uses, like, the sound effects of, you know, the jungle as instruments, basically. Alright, we want to get up here. Get some extra points. Come on. Yeah. The more points, the more chance I have of getting another extra life. Alright. Let's get the last frog. Which should be... That was a bad idea. This is also a bad idea. I know where the last frog is. It's just a matter of getting there. Ooh, that rhino was really close. I think I could just take this way. There is something in there, but we cannot get it right now, so we're just gonna skip it right now. Or at least I think we can get it, but I'm not gonna get it right now. We're actually gonna come back into this level and get it. But with that, or no, actually that's how it opens up. With that, the level, that door, or that temple opens up, and we're still, even though we have all the frogs, we're still going through this level. And the reason for that is because there actually is something hidden. And I'll explain to you why when we get there. If we get there, that is. Yeah, if we get there. I believe, actually, at this point, it's not when you come back after you complete the game. I think it's after you collected all the frogs in this level. Even right now, if I died right now, I think... Oh, actually, no. Yeah. Okay, if you'll notice two things. One, some of the flies, like that lose time fly, or at least I think it's gone, but all the flies are gone. The timer has stopped. It's actually frozen right now. So basically, after you collected all the regular frogs in this level, if you return back to this level after you died, they all the frogs would still not come back, and this gate would still remain open. About this temple, if you collected all the golden frogs in the game, if you come in here, you'll find the golden frog for this level. And you'll see these little statues for, you know, of little tiny frogs. The reason for that is, if you collect this frog, it'll show that all the golden frogs are here, from Retro Zone, Lily Pad Zone, Leaf Zone, I believe that was Mechanical Zone, Cave Zone, Cloud Zone, Sewer Zone, and Cactus Zone. And if you have all the golden frogs, a gate will open and all the frogs will go into it. This is basically your the equivalent of your completion bonus. Even though we didn't complete all the levels, we did get all the frogs in every single zone. And for doing that, we're treated to a cutscene. That was the equivalent of basically like, you know, your special ending for the game. I think if you finish the game without the golden frogs, you would just get the credits themselves. But no, yeah, I don't mind it. It's kind of interesting. I like to think that maybe the golden frogs were actually the frogs that you. I mean, besides like being probably Frogger's kids or children. I like to think that maybe those golden frogs were actually the frogs from, like, the original arcade game, maybe. You know, maybe, like, even though we had, like, all the different colored frogs in the game, maybe the golden frogs were probably, like, you know, the original frogs that Frogger saved in the arcade game. But that's just my theory. But with that, we've finished Frogger, he's back. You know, I really... Coming back to this game from, like, years ago, this is a game that I used to play when I was younger. When I first got my PlayStation, I didn't have that many games. I had mostly... I mean, I did have all the Crash Bandicoot games, and the Spyro games, as well as a couple of, like, other, you know, games, like, I don't know, I think it was, like, what was it? Like, the PlayStation Underground discs, the, X-Men Academy fighting game, Harry Potter, but Frogger was one of those games that I really enjoyed when I was younger because, I don't know, I like these kind of like obstacle maze / platforming kind of games. And you know, it was kind of fun to just like play through this again because, you know, it brought back a lot of memories. As well as some bad ones, because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I was younger, my PS1 got destroyed. Or not just destroyed, but like fried from a thunderstorm that happened a long time ago. When I was in the middle of playing Frogger. Lightning struck our house and my PS1 was fried. And with that, like, you know, I lost not only my PlayStation 1, but also my, you know, the ability to actually play my Frogger again. But coming back to it now, I can see, like, you know, why this was fun. Like, you know, it's a good challenge for a lot of people. I wouldn't say it would be a good challenge for children per se, because, you know, I had a lot of moments where, like, the difficulty kind of spiked up by a lot, and like I think children probably wouldn't have, or at least like little children. I'm not talking about like all children, but like a lot of children would be upset with this game with like how difficult it might get, or like, you know, the amount of skill it might take to actually get through some levels. But I don't know, another thing that I want to point out is like how a lot of people, you know, when they're just like doing like a vlog or just talking about or answering questions about this, and they mention about like, you know, maybe their favorite game or like some of their childhood games, and everywhere I seen they mostly talk about Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge. I do have the game, but I never played it. And while I'm not saying that, you know, Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge is a terrible game or is not as good as this game, I don't know that for sure because I never played it. But everyone kind of says that Frogger 2 was the sequel to the arcade game, and that's not true. The Frogger 2 Swampy's Revenge is actually a sequel to this game. Story-wise, no, it's not it's not the sequel. It actually is the story sequel to the arcade game, but as in game or like gameplay-wise and all that, it's actually the sequel to this game. And I feel like a lot of people kind of miss out on this game because they, you know, think that Swampy's Revenge is a sequel to the arcade game, so they don't think about, you know, maybe it might be a sequel to this game, or even look up if it was a sequel to this game. I feel like at least some people should, you know, give this game a try themselves, have some fun with it. I wouldn't say complete it to the end, because, like, obviously I didn't, or at least I won't for a while, but, you know, I feel like this game should get more attention than it deserves. But, you know, coming back to it, playing my favorite levels like Mechanical Zones, a lot of the Mechanical Zones levels, Cave Zone, especially Sky Zone with or Cloud Zone with its music. You know, I feel like I'll still love this game. I still love this game and will play it all the time. I just feel like, you know, this game should get more attention that it deserves, and, you know, I want to see other people enjoy it as well. But I don't know, it could be just for me. But, you know, that's how I feel about it. hopefully you guys enjoyed the Let's Play. I know it took a long time for me to finish this Let's Play. In fact, I think this and Mega Man X Command Mission has been the longest running Let's Play I have done. I will say it's not the longest Let's Play in the world, because that title goes to... And I'm not like insulting him or like making fun of him, but I think Proton John holds the record for sure for the longest Let's Play series going on, and that would be Superman 64. But you know, I feel like I should really get through these games much faster. And don't worry, that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm finished with Frogger right now. I want to get finished with Mega Man X Command Mission as well, because there's going to be some changes to the way I do my videos, as well as like to this channel, to you know, get more content out to you guys and such. So, I mean, look forward to that when I'm done with the Let's Plays. So, if you like this game, if you like these videos, if you like me, subscribe to this channel, white little button down below this video, and check out my other parts if you like this one. I will see you guys for the next Let's Play. And just remember, if there's a game that you want to, that from your childhood that you always wanted to finish from long ago but you never have, you know, take some time, sit down, and hop to it.